I'd always heard that working in a restaurant was a roller coaster, but I never imagined I'd find myself in the middle of a showdown between a customer and my manager. Let me tell you, it was quite the ride. It was a busy Friday night, and we were slammed. The restaurant was filled with the usual weekend crowd, couples on date night, families with energetic kids, and that one group of friends that never seemed to leave. But there was one customer that stood out from the rest. She walked in with a scowl on her face and a look in her eyes that screamed, "I'm about to make someone's life miserable." As fate would have it, she was seated in my section. I approached her table with a smile, ready to take her order, but she cut me off before I could even say hello. "Listen," she snapped, "I'm in a hurry. I want the steak, medium rare, and a side salad, no onions. And tell the chef not to overcook it like last time." Got it? Taken aback, I nodded and quickly punched in her order. The night went on, and I tried to brush off her attitude. But when I brought out her meal, things escalated quickly. "This is not medium rare," she shouted, attracting the attention of everyone in the restaurant. "I demand to speak to your manager." As I hustled to the back to find my manager, I felt my heart race. I wasn't used to dealing with rude customers, and the situation was quickly spiraling out of control. But when I explained the situation to my manager, she simply smiled and said, "I'll handle it." She walked over to the irate customer, her face a mask of calm professionalism. "What seems to be the problem?" she asked. "Your incompetent server brought me a steak that's practically raw," the customer snarled, stabbing the meat with her fork. "And I wanted a salad without onions, but look at this." She pointed at her plate, where a single, tiny piece of onion sat innocently among the lettuce. I braced myself for my manager to apologize and give in to the customer's demands. But she did something I never expected. "I apologize for the inconvenience, but I trust our chef's judgment on the doneness of your steak," she said, her tone firm but polite. "As for the onion, I can have it removed, or we can offer you a complimentary dessert as an apology. But I won't tolerate any further disrespect towards my staff." I stared in shock, never having witnessed a manager stand up for their employee like this before. The customer, clearly taken aback, tried to argue, but my manager held her ground. Finally, the customer huffed, "Fine. But I'll be leaving a terrible review online." My manager simply smiled. "You're entitled to your opinion. But I won't stand by while my employees are mistreated." As the customer grumbled and finished her meal, I felt a newfound sense of camaraderie with my manager. The rest of the night passed in a blur, but the memory of that encounter stayed with me. In that moment, my manager taught me the importance of standing up for yourself and others in the face of adversity, a lesson I've carried with me ever since. And the cherry on top? When the customer left, she'd accidentally left her phone behind. Guess who had the pleasure of answering her call when she realized and had to sheepishly ask for it back? That's right, me. And you better believe I handed it over with the biggest smile on my face. A neural narration story.